Smith here again, and I'm bringing put this together. This video, I'm gonna make it short as possible. We already discussed that there's evidence that Hernando de Soto, after he made his way through Florida and into the Mississippi and up the river, he discovered in Florida that there were Indians that were black. Even though I don't like using that word, but they matched the description of people looking like the Ethiopians, with their skin being darkened, and having short woolly hair. Well, here's John Smith, right? Famous Captain John Smith, those Pocahontas movies that Disney did and all that. None of us really dig into what he said, but if we get a chance, this is a website that was interesting. It's called The Real Pocahontas. And this guy, he breaks down the differences between fiction Pocahontas and Disney, thought up what Pocahontas was all about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you get that Pocahontas was 11 years old and Mr. Smith was 28. Really? What a pervert. Whatever, hold on. But I want to show you what he said about Powhatan, right? It says here, then Powhatan, more like a devil than a man, with some 200 more as black as himself, came unto him and told him, now they were friends. And obviously that stood out because that's what we're looking for when things like that. I mean, I've read this whole entire piece, and it made me think about the whole saying about Plymouth Rock. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Just another nugget. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this in the description box. Take this, print this out, keep it for yourself, so nobody can ever take this from you. You know what I'm saying? And then just expand your research on this, because I know I have to. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a few of the comments that were left about the Seminoles. I got to expand my research now on the new avenues that were left there, and we just got to keep this, make a file, make folders, hand this out to friends so, you would start getting the word out. I actually tried doing it here in town at a barber shop. It was kind of a mistake to some degree because there's a pastor of a church that owns the barber shop, and he didn't want to hear it. He's a brother, and I thought, you want to hear about this kind of stuff, but, then it goes against what he's teaching. So, I tried handing out stuff I printed off, and it was like, nah, he ain't having it. So, but don't get discouraged. Keep trying. Go find other people. You know what I'm saying? To give this stuff to, but make sure you keep your copies. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, this pastor was like that. There's a coworker of mine. He was telling me he's getting ready for college here, and he was talking to some of his professors about the new classes he's going to be taking, because the job that he works at, he can go to school for free, and all that stuff. So because he's a full-time employee, but he was telling me, that he was talking to some of his professors, and they're like, wow, were you learning all this stuff? And he's like, yeah, there's this guy I work with, and he was telling me and stuff like. So, at the same time, while one's saying no, the others are saying, tell us more. So don't get discouraged if you go about the same thing. So I wanted to share that with you. I'll leave it in the description box, but check this out, too. I'm going to go to, this article here. Let's see here. This piece right here. As I was reading this, right, something came to me. I was thinking about how it spoke a lot about how, boys, meaning any man that did not complete the rites passage, the passage of rites, or whatever it was pronounced. Let's see if it has it up here. The rites of passage. If you did not complete that, so you would then be recognized as a man. You were stuck as a boy your whole entire life. Now think about this. Hold on. Bear with me for a moment. Let your mind just listen to what I'm trying to say. If I'm saying it wrong, yell at me, put it together in the comment section, correct what I'm saying. But check this out, right? Who puts an emphasis on becoming a man, more than anyone else? You know, Native Americans are one, right? The Jewish thing, but they do it kind of as on a mockery, you know what I'm saying? Going from boyhood to manhood, you know what I'm saying? At least that's how it's perceived. I mean, I know there are those that take it serious, but, you know, that's too. And then you think about African American tribes. I mean, African tribes, I'm sorry, not African American. African tribes, they still put an onus on, you know, what, being a boy but becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? And those are the ones that at least come to my mind off the top of my head, you know, because I was thinking about things from Papua New Guinea, but I haven't looked into them that much to be able to say, you know, I know that for a fact. But these are the ones I can think of off the top of my head that I know for a fact put a big, you know, deal on going from a boy to a man. You know what I'm saying? But think about this, right? Now, if you're an Indian, if you're the native of this land, all right, and you're being rounded up, right, and you're being put to servitude, all right, and you never get to participate in your normal customs, your normal rights, your normal way of passage, you don't go from boyhood to manhood the way your ancestors have. You see what I'm saying? So you're stuck as a boy and not a man. Do you get that? Think about that. So when the white slave owner, the French, the Italian slave owners that were there, the Turk slave owners, you know what I'm saying? When you're being passed back and forth, and they're calling you boy, and they're telling you, you know, boy, go take care of the sheep. Boy, go take care of the cows. There's your cowboys, right? Am I right? There's the link. Even though you're a grown man, you're still a boy. Why? Because you never were able to go through your rights to become the man, to become the warrior that you were supposed to be. How did Lex put that the other day when we talked about the Masons holding down the paw of the lion of the tribe of Judah? He's holding it down, right? You can't become a man. I think about that one time when that young man was writing in Lex's comment sections, and he was trying, you know, he's really reaching out to Lex, telling him how, you know, I'm leaving here, the East Coast, I'm riding to the, you know, out to Utah, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting all set, you know, I need a few things, and that woman was all, you know, being all Debbie Downer, being so negative, being like, no, you know, well, you're wasting your time and all this stuff. And remember when Lex read out, yeah, boy, that young man's response to her, he's like, why are you telling me all this stuff? Look, I'm a man. That's what our ancestors were wanting. But they were still stuck in the native traditional mindset that they had to go through the passages to become that. I think in a symbolic way, we're going around it because we don't know what it is yet, but this is our way of cracking through again. This is our way of claiming our manhood. You know what I'm saying? Not sleeping around, not how many women we're bagging, not how many babies you're creating and stuff like that, not how many people we're killing. Getting back that knowledge, getting back our history. Just think about that for a moment. Let that set in, you know what I'm saying? If it's just ridiculousness, it's ridiculousness. But so I was thinking about that. We have rights and passages that we should be looking into, because I tell you what really sparked me on that was when there was this white lady on YouTube who come up with a video, and she was all talking about, oh, I hate how blacks, you know, say we're stealing their heritage because we do our hairstyles like theirs. What heritage do you have? You know, what customs do you have? Can you name anything? What's your dances? What, you know, it's just going all off about it, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you've been cut off from it, you know what I'm saying? Like we're told in the old, you know, in the sacred scriptures that we were going to be cut off from all that. And yeah, you're just sitting there throwing salt in the wound, but, you know, rub it in and hope that you feel better, because, you know, we're getting it back. We're going to get it back. We really are. We really are. We're going to get it back. And it's not just one person. It's not two. It's not five. It's all of us. Some way or another, we are all contributing. And I love it. I love it. I love how we all are, you know, coming together. It's not just, you know, the king drop, you know, but all of us are coming together. It's not just Lex Will. All of us are, you know, are doing our parts. And that's what we, you know, were missing. That's what our ancestors were missing. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't come together enough. We just followed one person and said, hey, you lead us there. You know, I think about when we went to D.C., I think that was one of the things I noticed in my mind, is that everyone that didn't show up, that couldn't make their way down there, but they were like sort of, hey, I'm gonna wait and see how it goes, and then you know what I'm saying, and if it's successful, you know what I'm saying, then I'm gonna be like, all right, now I can back it, because no one wants to be a part of failure, you know. And I know there was others that literally, there was one friend of mine. She was wanting to go down, and she was the one that introduced me to Lex and all in his videos. So I mean, I know she wanted to go down, but she started her job the same days that we went down there the first day, So, anyways, there's that. Oh, and check this out. And I know you're probably sick and tired of hearing me bring this up, but look, there was a gentleman that told me. He said, Melvin, we were taught to disown. We were taught to hate our inheritance. And when we disowned it, when we despised it, when we didn't want it, that's when it got changed over. And we became African Americans permanently. And Europeans and the natives got what we had. Talking about the land, talking about our titles, talking about our customs, everything. So, at the same time, I know you're probably sick and tired of hearing me bring up coons and buffoon and all that stuff. But think about this too. There was in the whole description on the Oxford English Dictionary, buffoon. There was a dance. They said there's this dance that they would perform. I tried chasing down the dance singer would lead, but it didn't give me too much. But I started thinking about dances in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want none of that rain dance stuff, because I really feel like when I'm looking at that rain dance, all that, they're literally taking me back to that practice of what's his name there, Moloch. You know what I'm saying? And was it Jezebel? I'm terrible with them, but was it Jezebel and all them that do the whole dances to to her for rain and stuff like that? Because Moloch and Molech, Moloch is the male aspect of this deity, and Molech was the female. I don't know if you've looked into that, but it's kind of like the whole Yeshua. That's a male female Egyptian moon god. So, I was looking into these different dances, and I came across some very interesting verses. I found some of these in the book of Job, and it talks about the children being led, to the flock. And I look at this one here. It says they let their children frisk around like lambs. Their little ones skipped and danced. And there was this other one here. It talks about the next verse. It talks about the singing and the harp and stuff like that. And it's like, how do we miss it? Now, I put this together, and I was looking for an image of our people doing this. So you got to forgive me that I couldn't find one that showed our people. But this is a misleading picture, and I ain't trying to do it. But still, this is something I threw together just so I can give like an illustration. You know what I'm saying? So when I find something better, I'll change this for sure. But there's dances all through there, and it's like I wanted to go back and find what dances can we look at and say this is us. You know what I'm saying? And we can rightfully claim again when we practice our tradition and heritage, and not get suckered into the worship of Moloch. Moloch is Kronos. Kronos is Saturn. And get suckered into all that again. And I think the next video, I have to do a video on Saturn and show you what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This connection. So until then, though, this is what I wanted to point out, because I thought it was really interesting. So if you get a chance, you know what I'm saying, check this out. If you agree, you know what I'm saying, that's all right. If you disagree, you know what I'm saying, that's all right too. We're not all perfect, We don't all have it together. If we did, we would all be in a better situation than this, right? So just check this out, you know what I'm saying? And if you got a comment, leave it, If you got a place where where you see I need some correction, you know what I'm saying, or where you think I might need some correction, go ahead and leave a comment there too, all right? So take care, everybody.